Alright, so today's the first official day that I'm working on the house. Starting here in the living room. There we go, I can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to pull up the carpet. I talked yesterday about not liking this brown carpet. I think replacing it with something that looks like wood flooring is going to look a lot nicer. So here we are, starting right here. And I just used a crowbar, kind of a medium-sized crowbar, and there's these, I'm sure they have a name, I apologize for not knowing what they're called, metal carpet edging here. And I just pried that up. It went down every few inches. There's a nail holding it in place, and pried the nails up so it's loose now. You could see the carpet padding underneath and the carpet tack strip. That's what this wood piece is here. I apologize it's so dark, but I think you can see that. And I'm just going to continue over here to the front door. There's more of that metal edging. So I'll just continue around pulling that up, and then I'll make my way around the room, pulling up the carpet edges, and I'll have to cut the carpet here in the door frame. And then I'm just going to cut the carpet into strips, roll it up, tape up the rolls, throw it in the back of the truck, and the living room carpet will be removed. Oh boy, am I out of shape. But I wanted to show you something. Now that we got this first strip of carpet out, it was a little exciting at first, but the original 1959 hardwood floors. It's really neat to see that. Unfortunately, as you can see, they're in really bad shape. They probably could be refinished. I doubt we're gonna do that though, because it's likely cost prohibitive. But we'll see, I'll look into it. This is what this one looks like after removing that shag carpet. It's a shame these hardwood floors are in such bad shape. Someone obviously slopped paint all over them. There's overspray. They didn't care what they were doing. I guess they knew they were covering up the wood floors. And if you're wondering why I sound like Darth Vader, this would be why. I've got a respirator on. When you pull up wall-to-wall carpet, there's so much dirt and dust that gets trapped under the carpet. So you really want to make sure you have a breathing apparatus on like this to keep it out of your nose and out of your lungs. And here's the last bedroom, the biggest bedroom. So we'll refer to this as the master bedroom. Oh, these poor old wood floors, so sad. Alright, so now that we've got all the carpet out, we're going to have to take out the tack strip. That's what holds the carpet down to the floor around the perimeter. So let's have fun taking that out now. condition of these floors being as sad as they are, I mean, obviously they need to get refinished.
I don't know if that would be cost prohibitive to do that or not, versus putting down a wood look laminate flooring or a wood look vinyl plank flooring. I've installed both of those types of flooring, and it's very easy to do. I'm not worried about doing that myself. I would not even attempt to refinish these hardwood floors myself. I've never done it before, and I want to make sure that the floors come out looking clean and like new and professional. And with all the stains on the floor, even if you sand them down, I think the stains are still going to be there, so I would have to stain the floor a really dark, like espresso finish, which I really don't want to do in this house. It doesn't get the most sunlight in here. It's a pretty kind of dark shaded house, so I don't really want to go with a dark floor. So I would prefer either a medium brown tone wood, or even better, a natural / blonde color. My heart says keep the wood floors, refinish them, and my brain says probably not a cost efficient move, and they're not going to come out looking the way you would want them to anyway, so I suspect we're going to end up putting down laminate or vinyl plank flooring. My heart hates that, but you know, sometimes you just have to do what you have to do. Especially in a house like this. If this were, you know, a higher end home, I might consider spending the money to have the original floors refinished to look beautiful again. But this is very much an entry-level house in an entry-level neighborhood, so we're probably gonna put down laminate or vinyl plank on top of this. I know the purists out there are gonna be like, oh, you're covering up hardwood floors with cheap laminate or vinyl, why would you do that? Well, I just explained why, so before you leave comments like that below, keep in mind what I just explained. I have to think about the bottom line, you know, I'm conscientious about doing good quality work and giving people a nice home. That's what's important to me. And at this price point, beautiful, attractive laminate or vinyl plank flooring, I think is still going to appeal to a lot of people at this price point. It certainly will look nicer than the brown shag carpeting that was in here. I think my brain is going to dominate the decision here. I don't know. I think these floors are, I don't want to say they're at the end of their lifespan, but they're certainly in very, very sad condition. And unfortunately, a lot of the mess that you're seeing on the floor is paint slop, paint overspray. Someone came in and painted the baseboards with a spray gun, so there is overspray everywhere. And probably the same person slopped paint all over the floor. And I suspect whoever painted the interior of this house also painted the exterior trim, because it was done just as sloppily. Sloppily, is that a word? Well, if it's not, I just made it a word. You could see it's sad and tired. I really hate this. What are you gonna do though? And then some of the issues are staining. Like, see how it's darker through here? This is all staining, so even if you sand the floors down, you'll still see that discoloration possibly. I've seen that in other houses. Oh, it's really dark in here, sorry about that. It wouldn't be worth spending more money to end up with stained up original floors. I don't see that making any sense. So with that being said, we're probably gonna go with a wood look laminate or vinyl plank floor, unfortunately. But it's gonna look beautiful, don't worry. I think I have pretty good taste. I'll pick out something attractive, something that complements the house. Oh, and speaking of something that'll complement the house, we are gonna keep the gray walls. These were painted a few years ago. It's the same color throughout. It's a very light gray. So, you know, being as trendy as gray is, we're gonna keep the gray walls. No sense in spending money and time redoing that.